ATR Asset Management thinks the index can hit 9,000 later this year. Bloomberg speaks to ATR Asset Head of Equities, Julian Tarrobago, about their outlook. Take a listen.
For the second quarter, it will still be small caps, and a lot of interest will also, I think, flow into the larger names. I think the second quarter this year will be a period of consolidation. I mean, you've got potential for possibly softer GDP growth because of the delays in the passage of the budget. And at the same time, you still have that overhang from potential outflows from the rebalancing of China A shares, PSEi rebalancing of China A shares. We think that will be taken as an opportunity by investors to invest in what I think will be a very strong growth story for the Philippines. So that could be a good opportunity. We are seeing GDP. Of course, there's possibility of a softness in the first quarter print, but we see this accelerating over the medium to long term on the back of government spending, reinforcing an already strong consumption story for the Philippines, and that alongside also, if you look at the fourth quarter earnings, an improving earnings growth story for Philippine companies as well. And I think the Philippines, if you look at foreign ownership levels, is relatively light and under-owned by foreigners.
Julian, I'm curious. You've been very big when it comes to infrastructure. You're saying that this time is real, that the government is going to be spending big on some type of a program. But if we are seeing delays now in laying out this budget for 2019, the finance ministry itself said infrastructure is going to be the #1 casualty. How big of a risk is that to your investments now?
It may be a risk in the short term, but I think it doesn't change the long-term view that infrastructure will be a main pillar for growth in the Philippines alongside consumption, which I think investors will embrace over the long term. So we're not overly concerned about that.
Julian, let's talk a little bit about some of your holdings here and your investment strategy overall. How did you come to pick stocks? Let's take a look at your top holding, Bloomberg Resorts Corporation. David tells me that it's a casino operator. You've also got Mega Wide Construction Corporation. How did you arrive at these names?
Well, first of all, there's a common thread that binds those names together. Bloomberg is a play on Philippine tourism, which we think is going to boom. Also, Mega Wide is probably one of the lowest cost construction companies in the country and one of the most technologically advanced and primed to grow at a much faster clip than the average company. And then we also have the likes of EI and a couple of other property companies and consumer companies. In the consumer space, you have the likes of Wilcon. So all of these are the common thread is growth. These will be the Alpha Opportunity Fund invests in what we think, based on our in-depth research, the fastest growing companies in the Philippines and companies that will be future blue chips in the country.